Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, of course, with reality stars Miss Nell and Latisha Scott. And just a disclaimer, I'm not saying that Latisha was angry during Miss Nell's birthday scene, neither am I saying Latisha's drinking was a problem and she got liquid courage, as those are the phrases and quotes that are floating around on social media. But in an interview with Dustin on Carlos's King YouTube channel, Dustin, the interview, talked with Miss Nell after the episode aired, referred to Latisha's actions at Miss Nell's birthday party as angry. So honey, I'm rolling with what is said in the interview, and some people may think that Latisha was very passionate in the scene, but to give you the backstory that leads into Miss Nell's response about how Latisha acted at Miss Nell's party, I'm gonna start with this. So the source of Latisha's anger was not immediately or apparent to those around her at Miss Nell's birthday party, like Kimmi, Stormi, and even Miss Nell herself. Honey, they were just confused by the energy that Latisha was bringing to the group at the time. However, it had been simmering beneath the surface for quite some time, according to Latisha, because she had been holding it since after the reunion, which is weird that Latisha would have had this type of energy for Miss Nell, because just last October of 2023, Miss Nell and Latisha were hanging out, honey, living their best life together as friends, at least for the gram, while celebrating Latisha's birthday. So I'm going to be inserting a couple of clips and previous recorded audio of what was going on during that time around Latisha's birthday to hopefully provide some context as to why this energy is coming so strongly from Latisha's end. And not only was Latisha and Miss Nell hanging out, but honey, the husbands were hanging out too during that time of celebration for Latisha's birthday. And I guess they were just hanging out as married friends. Maybe this is why Latisha stated to Miss Nell that she felt they were developing a friendship instead of a mentorship, because they hung out for Latisha's birthday last year. But on the other side of it, maybe Miss Nell felt she was mentoring Latisha and Marsau in a friendly way, like she did with Melody and Martell, by believing for the potential that she saw in Latisha's and Marsau's marriage, because there are rumors of infidelity. Not only that, maybe Miss Nell was trying to take Marsau and Latisha under her wings like she did Melody and Martell, or it could simply be, honey, Miss Nell was hanging out with the Scotts to help Latisha celebrate her birthday last October. And so I do believe the energy between Latisha and Miss Nell is fair. I believe Latisha has a valid reason for being upset. However, Miss Nell doesn't feel that Latisha has a valid reason to be upset, and she disapproves of Latisha's behavior in that moment at the birthday party. So this is what Miss Nell said about that whole scene when she did the interview with Dustin on Carlos's King YouTube channel. Now, Miss Nell says that Latisha wanted to get an arousal out of me, and she did by calling me Lernell, L-E-R-N-E-L-L, y'all. Had to look that up. Miss Nell says, my mother has passed, and that's the only person who can call me Lernell. So whoever leaked that out to her was wrong for that, because I take that very seriously, and I told her that's Nell to you and you're doing the most. I was totally thrown and I didn't see it coming, and I told her I can do the most too. I was not expecting that, and I did not see that coming. So if we want to talk about who's being feisty or who's stirring up stuff, I can say that to be Latisha. I just do not stir up anything or start anything. Latisha is mad at me from social media, and she feels like I didn't take up for her and I downplayed her as a friend. And I want to say everyone has been using the word friend very loosely and recklessly. I have apologized, but I was making a statement that she has her own group of friends, and I'm no more than a mentor to you. And I didn't say anything wrong, because she said it several times, like, Miss Nell, I want to talk to you. I want to ask you some questions about our marriage. This, that, and the other, Miss Nell says. Like, have you guys had any infidelity? And Miss Nell says, y'all seen that scene before, and we have got into that conversation privately. At the time, I was like, why would Latisha ask me that, and ask me that in front of the world? And we kind of chopped that up by talking about infidelity, about men, and about our marriages. So when I made this statement, it was based off of her saying to me, you're really sweet and you're like the mentor of the group. She said that behind closed doors. But then when I say it to social media, she gets mad at me, Miss Nell says, and blows up at me behind a comment I made. So you know what? It's like there is no friends or love lost here. We are associates. You clearly could have picked the phone up if you felt the way and been like, hey Nell, what was that you just did? Why did you put that out there? What was that text about? But no, you clearly waited until you seen me at my birthday party and came for me, and I didn't see it coming. And so y'all, that is what Miss Nell had to say about the whole Latisha and mentor friendship situation. She did this interview with Dustin on Carlos's King YouTube channel. So if you want to check out the entire video, I'll try to remember to leave the link in the description box. But before I wrap up this video, do you agree with Miss Nell that the whole friend word this season is used recklessly and loosely with this cast? That seems to be a thing this season. And do you really feel that Latisha was trying to get an arousal out of Miss Nell by making a scene at her birthday party? So honey, those are my thoughts. Leave yours in the comment section of this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.